Cody didn't work at the bottom level of Twitch. He was high enough up to be the kind of person that would know what a f***ing defamation lawsuit is.
Does that not play at all into perhaps your investigating of this topic then? It's like, bro, it doesn't make sense. This guy, I know him. He was not on the lower level. He would have direct access to this information. He would have seen it firsthand. He would have been able to be that person. Like, we're literally, if it's him, the one saying this, that means it's one of two things: true, or something else is going on. Hey, if you don't know who Dr.Disrespect is, good for you. You've done a solid. You've gone through the internet days and you haven't been troubled by this horrifying figure. If you do know who he is, it's probably most likely because you're watching me on Twitch right now, or you're watching this on YouTube, and then you've heard of Dr. Disrespect. He used to be the face of Twitch, one of the biggest Call of Duty pro gamers, probably one of the biggest professional pro gamers ever in history, one of the top 10 streamers on the platform. And then mysteriously, on this day, the exact broadcast I have before you, something really weird happened. No one knew what, but he just randomly rage quit his own stream, something he's not known for, after saying a whole bunch of really weird things, you know, kind of just clearly something had happened to him in between some moment in his own stream where he had gotten a notification or a text or an email or something, which completely changed his demeanor. And then he goes from being in character as Dr. Disrespect, the, you know, loudmouth, racist asshole who basically, you know, makes fun of other gamers and stuff like that, and really pones them good when they get wrecked, you know, from all of those headshots. And that basically was kind of, he built a whole empire. Like, the guy literally had contracts with Twitch to the tune of millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars on the table. The brand ambassador, the face of Twitch, and one of the biggest faces of pro gaming. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's just like, everything's gonna be okay. And then just like, fuck, and then just disappeared. And then all of a sudden it's like, so Twitch has dropped Dr. Disrespect. No reason why. I'm not going to explain why. Dr. Disrespect has left Twitch. No reason why. He's not saying why. And then he just started streaming on YouTube a little bit later. You know, some months went by. Everyone kind of speculated. I had my theories. Okay, one of the theories was that he had been promoting some weird-ass shit, some anti-vax stuff and some COVID stuff. But even then, as people were very astute to point out, that wouldn't have been enough. Like, yeah, he's like, hey, David Icke is interesting. You should maybe read his shit. And like, you're like the hardcore anti-Semitic lizard people guy. Why is he promoting that to an audience of younger people? Either way, weird. Or him, you know, starting to flirt with kind of like anti-vax COVID stuff, and then like, you know, backing out quickly as soon as he realized, oh, this isn't brand safe. Like, you know, I can do racist impersonations of Asian people all I want, but if I start to bring up, you know, all this, I could suddenly lose a sponsor. So I'm going to back away from this, blah, blah, blah. But there were people at the time who also speculated, because he has previously cheated on his wife, that maybe it has something to do with an affair. Other people speculated that maybe it had something to do with him potentially being a danger to children, you know, in any capacity, whether he's trying to meet up with them at events, Twitch cons and stuff like that. He is DMing them, stuff like that. Was he privately messaging, you know, underage fans on his Discord? But that was all speculation. Again, just people, rumors, stuff like that. Like I said, it was, again, one of the weirdest final streams I've ever seen, almost in like a Twilight Zone bizarre kind of a way.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. Like, I can't wait till I see. I can't wait till I see that next level. I can't wait. It'll happen. It has to happen.
Now, if you're asking what is this guy's appeal, I don't know. I don't get it. It's a character, right? Like, you know, everything from the mustache to the wig to the, you know, kind of protective gear. It's all a costume that he puts on. You can see him wearing sometimes the costume in public. Sometimes he doesn't have it and he has very short cut hair. He's just like a super tall white dude. But like, I don't fully understand it. To fans of his, of which there are legion, you know, again, one of the biggest pro gaming streamers ever in history. There's a lot of people, obviously, who just love his particular brand of, you know, hardcore gamer bro shit.
Fans, no cartoons, no bubbles.
Hello, Crash Nation. It's me, Ash, and I'm here with Chris.
Hello.
And today we're playing hide.
It really appears as if someone has been notified of something behind the scenes that has made your entire world crash down before you, as in like, oh, fuck. But you're still live in front of like 50,000, 60,000 people, maybe for the last time ever on this platform, you know, sitting there recognizing that.
Dang.
Twitch and Twitch staff had decided to terminate their contract with Dr. Disrespect because he is alleged to have been sexting a minor using Twitch's own DM service, as in the whispers that you can send to other people on Twitch. He was allegedly using that to communicate and sext with a underage fan of his, and was then using that same system to try and meet up with that underage fan, is what we've now apparently discovered. And I'm going to explain how that whole thing came to be and how he actually did one of those things where this would have been pure speculation up until the point where he himself confirmed that these rumors were in fact about him. Another one of those, like, you know, you could have said nothing and it always would have just been speculation. But the fact that you specifically have responded to Jake, someone who reports on this stuff, and identified yourself as the person that all of these Twitch staff members are talking about now has been confirmed to have been you. Well, man, this video is very, very different. Like, now it's kind of like, if these are true, a man who has just received notification, by the way, your contract is being terminated with Twitch. You know, you're most likely at that point getting messages from, I'm assuming, a lawyer, a manager, multiple other people who are also telling you, holy shit, is this true? You know, the Twitch staff apparently have logs, you know, of you underage communicating with minors and shit like that. Did you do that? You know, that kind of stuff. That's allegedly what might be going on right now in Dr. Disrespect's brain as he goes into complete silence, again, for this really prolonged period of time without saying anything, and just plays a Roblox video.
It's getting close. It's getting close.
Okay, see you later. Good luck finding us, boy. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh, no.
It was like, what, 4 months, maybe 5 months. This was like the last Dr. Disrespect broadcast, which had the whole thing kind of have this weird eeriness to it. Like, what the fuck happens here?
We'll get through this Champions Clip. I know it's a tough.
Because I don't know this one well.
Life's weird right now.
Oh, my gosh.
Well,
It did.
We'll get through this, okay? And
Hey, Christopher.
Dun dun dun. You better not taunt me. How dare you?
fuck.
You get to try.
And that was it. That was, and Dr. Disrespect has left the building. He is no longer a Twitch streamer ever, you know? Like, something clearly happened. Something pissed him off a lot, and something scared the fuck out of him that drove him into silence. I don't know if he's actually playing Roblox with a bunch of kids there, or he's playing a Roblox video. Maybe people who know his content more know that he's playing Roblox or something like that. I have no idea. But you do know the guy just goes completely silent for a long time, sitting there, and then eventually he's just like, it's gonna be okay, champions. That's what he calls his, like, you know, his followers. He's like, we're gonna be okay. It's gonna be, life is weird. Fuck! And then gone, you know, just like rage quit out of nowhere.
And
Hey, Christopher.
Dun dun dun. You better not taunt me. How dare you?
fuck.
You get to try.
Hit the button, and that was the end of Dr. Disrespect on Twitch. So no more Dr. Disrespect on the Twitch streaming platform. But of course, yes, as you all know, he then went to YouTube and continued to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. Tons and tons and tons of money can be made through, again, being one of the top tier streamers. So this just came out this weekend. Twitch banned Dr. Disrespect after viewing messages sent to a minor, say former employees. Dr. Disrespect was one of Twitch's top streamers before being suddenly banned in 2020 without explanation, 4 years ago. Twitch abruptly banned one of its biggest stars, Herschel Guy Bem, better known as Dr. Disrespect, in 2020 without a word of explanation. Now, 4 years after his permanent ban, former Twitch employees have come forward to describe events they say contributed to the removal from him from the platform. One former Twitch employee, who asked to remain anonymous, citing the potential risk to their career, told The Verge that he had used Whispers, Twitch now defunct messaging system, to exchange messages with a minor and initiate a conversation about meeting up with them at TwitchCon. The employee worked at Twitch's trust and safety team at the time of the ban in 2020. Their comments corroborated a post from Cody Connors, a former Twitch employee who worked for the company's strategic partnership team. Late Friday, Connors posted on X, he got banned because he was caught sexting with a minor and then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. And I saw, like, obviously, like, when any of these happen, or any of these big events occur, people are suddenly like, well, he can do no wrong, innocent until proven guilty. You can't in any way say that he was doing this. Okay, why in the world would he, someone who's as powerful, rich, and famous as that, risk all of it by using Twitch Whispers, the very platform in which he is, you know, being paid handsomely by, to then engage in illegal activity of trying to both sext and meet up with a minor? That it just doesn't make any sense. You know, the Drake defense, how Drake is like, you know,
underage, but now I understand why that's the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested.
I assume someone who's this powerful, someone who's this massive, I thought they were untouchable. I thought that they are, like, again, the biggest brand on Twitch. You know, they're not going to be viewing my own private DMs, so I got these, you know, on lockdown. I am the face of the company. You know, there's no way in hell I'm ever getting caught or fucking canceled for this. Though Connors did not explicitly name him, it was understood the streamer was the subject of the post. Dr. Disrespect's ban came shortly after Twitch updated its sexual harassment policy to punish offenders with permanent suspensions. He denied Connors' allegations. And so this is where, again, it wasn't directly to Cody Connors. It was another guy who reports on Twitch activity or, you know, the drama and stuff like that, who goes by the name Jake. And then Dr. Disrespect responded directly to him. And that's what confirmed, essentially, that this was not, like, this doesn't say Dr. Disrespect at any point here, or Connor, or anything like that, right? So in this, you could say maybe he's talking about Dr. Disrespect. We don't know. There's no way of knowing until Dr. Disrespect himself says, this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. No wrongdoing was acknowledged. They paid out the whole contract. I got paid. Hey, look, if something's wrong, I got paid. I didn't have to admit that I did anything wrong. I got money. Yeah. Again, wild. Wild you would have put that on blast. Wild you would put that out there at all. Like, again, I'm assuming this was a response not done through a lawyer. Or not advised to a lawyer. Maybe it was advised by a lawyer. You just got a really wild lawyer who's just like, you can just say that. Just tell them you did no wrongdoing and that you got paid. I mean, would they really pay a bad man, even if it's in the contract and they have to do it in order to walk away from this? But would they really do that? And, I mean, if you're a bad person, why would they pay you? And then you can say that you admitted to no wrongdoing, you know? The former employee who spoke with The Verge also shared more insight into the order of events that led to the ban. They said that there was a significant amount of time between when the messages between Dr. Disrespect and the alleged victim were sent and when the moderation report about those messages was filed, but they weren't able to recall how much time. When Twitch received the report in 2020, they said that Twitch investigated the claims and ultimately banned Dr. Disrespect's channel. A year after being banned, Dr. Disrespect said he was suing Twitch for monetary damages and disclosed that he finally knew why the platform issued the ban. However, Dr. Disrespect declined to say what that was. A year later, the dispute was resolved, with Dr. Disrespect saying, I have resolved my legal dispute with Twitch. No party admits to any wrongdoing. Dr. Disrespect and Twitch did not respond to The Verge request for comment on this story.
I get it, this is a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. Now, a lot of people were unhappy about what Doc said and how he responded. Doc tweeted now. He said, this is it, literally happened 1 minute ago. Listen.
What do you feel, Asmongold? Why don't you form your own opinions instead of waiting to see how your chat feels about every topic you bring up, and then, like, let's get a read on this. And so, yeah, so this seems to be a case. People are saying that apparently, you know, there's no direct evidence of him actually abusing kids, so it might be a tough thing to, yeah, I mean, like, you know, innocent until proven guilty. Is that not a thing anymore? I wonder. No, wait, hold on. So it turns out most people are saying, if I'm, you know, judging this correctly, that it's kind of yikes. Kind of yikes. Not sure how I feel. Yeah, kind of yikes. You know, I mean, obviously we'll wait to see. I'm sure he could provide maybe some evidence to the contrary, but for right now, not looking good.
And I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong.
We should ask Asmongold's roaches what they think. You know what? That's true. We should ask the roaches and the mice who live among them what their opinion is. They probably have way better insights to half this shit. I mean, they stay there. They eat well. They hear all the same shit, so they're well informed.
All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. So this is another level.
He also said that Elden Ring is the new DLC is too hard. I can't hate on him for that, because I do find those games hard, you know? Like, I haven't finished Dark Souls. I play it. It's a great game. I love it. But I die, and it really is defeating to die and lose everything and be like, well, and then have people who know the game much better come by and be like, oh, dude, your build is shit. No, you should have been working a lot harder to go this route instead of that route. You should have gone to this guy instead of that guy early on. You really fucked up by not doing this. And like, oh, so what should I do? You should just start all over again. Probably best course of action. I'm like, what? Yeah, just start all over again. I mean, you're used to it. Every time you die, you pretty much start all over again anyway. So, you know what it's like. I was like, oof, all right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, died a lot on those first like 3 bosses, a lot. But I'll start from scratch to find this one item that I missed. That other part of the I'll do that. Yeah, for sure. How many hours? 35. I gotta reclaw. Okay, no big deal.
Of complexity that makes me think that Doc might be innocent. Cody said.
Well, thank you, Sherlock. Oh, on the case again, I see. Yes, something is afoot. Oh, yes, what could possibly be happening at this moment in time?
That Doc solicited sex. Soliciting somebody to meet them in real life, knowing that they're underage. There's no way that's not an Omega felony. And I don't think that you can settle a fucking felony like that. That's crazy to me that Twitch wouldn't say this publicly at all, because like at that point, they're letting him go on another platform. Twitch would have had to say it publicly.
Could it be, perhaps, I'm just going to throw this out there, because it is all speculation. Could both things be true and wrong? Could it possibly be that he, in fact, was perhaps communicating with minors, trying to meet up with them at events? Could he have done that? And simultaneously, could a massive corporation that doesn't have to publicly reveal that information say that we are simply ending our contract at this time with Dr. Disrespect? We wish him the best in all future endeavors, and that's where we're going to leave this at. There's, again, millions of dollars on the table. We could try and walk away from this as amicably as possible. On his end, most likely, he won't want this information to become public, as we too would not like this information to become widely known. So on his end, he'll probably want to remain silent and wish us the best. We can remain silent and wish him the best. And then we also know that we don't have what appears to be a potential child predator working as one of the main ambassadors for our entire company. Could be. I mean, again, all speculation, and anything could be true or not true.
Exactly, right? Because like they're effectively protecting him by knowing that it happened and not saying anything, right? It's bad.
But that's not evidence to he didn't do this. That's like, wow, that would look really bad if Twitch was doing that. They probably should have brought this to the authorities, to be completely honest, because that's really fucked up that they may have been using their very chat system as a tool to try and, again, be a predator on children. That's really, really bad. But again, we don't know.
To say that they supported the child predator, it's a bad look. If it's a bad look, that means that they prioritize PR over keeping people safe. That's like way worse. And so, well,
that's weird. No major entertainment or, you know, front-facing media organization has ever done that before, too. That would be unprecedented. Yeah.
The thing is that Cody, I know Cody. Cody didn't work at the bottom level of Twitch. He was high enough up to be the kind of person that would know what a fucking defamation lawsuit is. There's no way.
Does that not play at all into perhaps your investigating of this topic then? It's like, bro, doesn't make sense. This guy, I know him. He was not on the lower level. He would have direct access to this information. He would have seen it firsthand. He would have been able to be that person. Like, we're literally, if it's him, the one saying this, that means it's one of two things, true or something else is going on. And that's why I'm just like, I'm bugging out. Like, I don't get it. I really can't wrap my head around this enigma, this quagmire I see before me. You know, it's just, too complex to understand. Versus, I can say that this is not the first time I've heard basically this explanation, nor is it the second or third. I mean, if there's one person I trust when it comes to reporting on the video game industry and everything tangentially related to it, it's Nathan Grayson, I'll be honest with you.
Cody would have just fucking said this with no reason. Because, like, if he's saying this for no reason, he is ruining his life. Like, his doc is going...
Okay. Well, I mean, start applying the Occam's razor at this point then. Would Cody for no potential gain whatsoever. What does he have to gain from entering on, I'm sure, a very expensive, litigious fucking, like, Dr. Disrespect has millions and millions of dollars. He can hire incredibly powerful legal teams to destroy you for if you are knowingly defaming another human being, you know? I mean, sure, he doesn't name him by name here. It isn't until Jake makes the post and Dr. Disrespect is like, okay, fine, it's me that they're talking about, but at the end of the day, I got paid, okay? So, I mean, I didn't do this. I got paid. Would anyone who committed these vile acts have been paid by the company itself? Then we get the Asmongols of the world, sorry, the Asmongols of the world, who can then analyze the whole thing from a, I do know this guy. He works at the top level. He's not, no, I know him personally. He would not be someone who didn't have access to this information. And so I don't understand for the life of me why at this moment in time he's risking lying like this in front of everybody. Why I just don't get why he would do that, you know? Because like he knows if he's defacing the guy like this, I mean, the defamation lawsuits, oof, they're going to be expensive.
To sue this dude and completely fucking destroy him. And by the way, Cody would deserve that. If you're saying something like this about somebody and you don't know it to be true, you deserve to have your life destroyed, because if people believe it, it's going to destroy their life.
So that's the Asmongold read, I suppose. Yeah, well, the evidence does look pretty conclusively damning here, because I do know the individual in question, and I know him to be in a position of authority to talk on this. I for the life of me, can't understand why he would lie like that. Why would you do that?
So, do you really think that a talent contract for a big company for millions of dollars wouldn't have morality clauses? In fact,
yes, that would be a part of this. I'm sure that's probably the reason why they would have said that we'd like to terminate your contract. And like, how do we do something in this regard where both parties can kind of try and walk away from this and not make a lot of noise? Well, why don't we just do that very thing? We are terminating a contract with Dr. Disrespect. We're going to be paying out Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect is I'm no longer streaming to Twitch. Some time goes by. Dr. Disrespect starts streaming on YouTube. Doesn't really ever talk about it except to say that he doesn't understand why it happened. He doesn't know the reason. And then when he finds out, he's like, oh, I kind of know the reason, but I don't fully understand the reason. Something to do with like a contract, or maybe it's me working for other company. I don't know what it is. Or I was scouting other companies and I was looking at other offers. And I got really mad about that.
even the baseline contract for terms of service of the website has a morality clause. Morality clauses are if you do something really bad that makes the company look bad, they can get rid of you. And so, like, it's just, that is a great argument. It's that why did they pay him out? Why did they pay this guy out?
So what if, for example, it had been uncovered that Dr. Disrespect was utilizing their very networks, one of their biggest names, one of, again, if you associate Twitch and pro gaming and successful pro gaming celebrities, that was Dr. Disrespect. He was the face of Twitch. And that very same person had been using your same network and system and messaging system to try and solicit sexual contact with a minor. That's incredibly fucked up. That's very, very bad. If it turns out that that is true, right? That is incredibly bad. We would prefer at this point, even though it may be we have to pay him out in full and he walks away from this, we would prefer to just walk away from this and have both parties just do that, rather than there suddenly be some kind of a probe into this entire thing, into our systems, our networks. Are they potentially a danger to kids? Is this an inherent danger to children? We don't know. Yeah, I saw that someone hired Chris Hansen to do a video on Dr. Disrespect. We can play that at the end.
I just...
I love how everyone's like, it doesn't make sense. What did Dr. Disrespect, though, you know? He's the dude. He's the dude. I mean, look at all these suggested, by the way, because my entire my algorithm is so slop at this point. It's recommending me garbage channels like the Serf Times twice over here, but then this. I didn't do anything wrong. Dr. Disrespect responds to Twitch. Dr. Disrespect allegations from ex-Twitch employee are insane. This will get ugly. Dr. Disrespect allegations. Nickmercs, Mr. Beast controversy. Like, well, I guess we know what side of the internet all these channels are taking and positioning themselves.
Going to go over everything, and there's a lot to cover. Not going to waste any of your time. Fan of Twitch. In the previous Twitch Whispers product, Twitch Whispers, if I remember it correctly, is like a...
A former Twitch employee has come forward and stated that the alleged reason for Dr. Disrespect's permanent Twitch ban for sexting a minor in the previous Twitch Whispers product. And then that's when Dr. Disrespect responded to confirm that it was in fact Dr. Disrespect that Cody was talking about, because Cody didn't specifically say Dr. Disrespect in his post, where it's Jake who was actually saying that.
Instant message system on Twitter. And so here's Doc right here. Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. That's not a great answer. That is not a great answer. Mudahar says, would rather have read the words no wrongdoing has happened. I would agree with that. The quartering says, who...
Holy shit. Have you lost Geeks and Gamers? Because even Geeks and Gamers seems a little bit like, yee. That's awesome to see, by the way, because we're going to bring up Nickmercs in a second. Nickmercs, you wouldn't be surprised to know. Nickmercs, the same person who has kind of been in the news a lot for being a transphobic piece of shit, anti-LGBTQ plus in general, trying to say that when there's anti-LGBTQ plus protesters and parents who are showing up and they're going after LGBTQ plus students and parents of those students as well as supporters and allies, suddenly saying, well, they should leave little kids alone. That's the real issue, says Nickmercs. Meanwhile, right after Nickmercs does that, who defends Nickmercs? Well, none other than the one and only Dr. Disrespect. If you don't remember that moment in history, allow me to rekindle your memory. Here's Dr. Disrespect defending Nickmercs.
Yesterday, it just blew my mind that Call of Duty, Activision made the decision to pull Nickmercs'.
You know why they made that decision? Because again, it's pretty obvious that Nickmercs is telling queer folk, LGBTQ plus people, to stay away from little children. He was implying that they're pedophiles or a danger to kids, or they're going to come after kids, all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, Nickmercs is defending a person now who may have been a child predator the whole time. This is him streaming on YouTube. The timeline of where this all lines up, he's no longer on Twitch. Dr. Disrespect is now on YouTube, streaming on YouTube, and sees what Call of Duty has done in response to Nickmercs and his whole little like, yeah, I'm not transphobic, I don't hate anybody, but those people aren't real and they don't exist, and by the way, stop endangering kids. That's all I'm saying, okay? Not a transphobe, not a bigot, don't hate LGBTQ plus people, it's just man, penis, woman, vagina, stay away from kids, all I'm saying, all right? And so, yeah, Call of Duty's like, okay, we're a corporation. We have a corporate product. We don't want to be associated with you as a brand anymore. We do have morality clauses, it turns out, and we're dropping you from our skins catalog that you can download.
Skin bundle off the game, and he worked hard, years and years, built a nice community. He's a great representation. That's a tough one, man. For what again? So what I got to do?
See, because like when you frame it like this, Dr. Disrespect, it really looks as if, yeah, this doesn't seem that controversial, right? He says they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. What's controversial about that? Do you not think that people should leave little kids alone? Do you want to hurt little kids? Then why do you have any opposition to that statement? And it's like, well, in and of itself, that statement does seem as if anyone who wants to go against it is in fact a pedo defender, but it's a reply. This is a reply. This is not just a post that he posts on its own with no context whatsoever. He was replying to someone stating that, hey, anti-LGBTQ plus bigots are trying to start fights with parents and allies and stuff outside of this area. And then he responds to that, well, I mean, you know, they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. If LGBTQ plus parents don't want all of these so-called Nazis to show up and like violently, you know, attack them and shit like that, maybe they should stay away from little kids, you know? I mean, and then Call of Duty drops him for what? Is that a controversial statement? So what does Dr. Disrespect, who at the time, again, may have been let go from Twitch for being a child predator, do?
Is uninstall the game. Number one, they either need to apologize publicly to him or reinstate his bundle in order for me to consider playing Call of Duty again. That's where I'm at. If you don't know the news, yesterday...
So get me and my fans to stop playing the game in solidarity with the transphobe. Yeah, we're going to show solidarity with Nickmercs being a transphobic piece of shit. We're going to uninstall Call of Duty. There's, I don't know how many people were watching him at the time, 50,000, 60,000, 100,000 people watching Dr. Disrespect. A lot of younger fans too, all sitting there being like, okay, well, all right, we got to protest this company. Yeah, they're a danger to kids too. They're being associated with this whole kind of, I don't know, pedo, groomer, all that kind of stuff. Why is that a controversial topic? Why is it wrong for people to speak out against this kind of stuff? You know? So, I mean, that takes us over to here. It's interesting to see geeks and gamers of all groups suddenly being like, yeah, I mean, this is kind of yikes. Because that wasn't Nickmercs' response. He did this.
Checking in. Look, I opened Twitter. Bunch of my mentions are he, they, she, hey, they, fucking.
He? What? The he's. I'm a he. I'm a he. Yeah. I'm a man. A cis man, in fact. Yeah. I'm a man and I've got pronouns. Hell yeah. Yeah. You he, him, please. I enjoy he, him. Them's my pronouns. I'm a he.
I identify as a helicopter. God damn it.
Oh, you even got the one joke. You did it. Oh, bruh. In the first 14 seconds. Look at that. 14 seconds in, you got the one joke.
Whole
bunch of people, my replies, he, him, she, what the fuck? Who are these people?
And I seen the couple tweets about the doc. I'm as taken back as a lot of you guys are, okay? But the fact remains that...
The fact remains, I'm sorry, you recorded this, you planned this out. Did you walk out into the pouring rain, take your shirt off, and then hit fucking broadcast? Was it like, all right, yeah, setting seems appropriate, you know, can't show tears because that's gay, but want everyone to know I'm sad. What's the manliest way to do that? Shirtless in the rain, bro. Get out there. All right, here we go. Okay, so, yeah, he, him, alphabet mafia coming at me, fucking helicopters and shit. I don't know, you know, gay. Anyways, just gotta say, shit might be bad, but, you know, innocent until proven guilty, you know?
These are some crazy accusations. Crazy. Big time accusations. And until we know more, until we know them as fact, until they've been proven with evidence, what are we talking about? What's anybody?
You do that instantaneously to the parents of kids who are literally being marginalized in class. It's like, hey, there's a rally where a whole bunch of anti-LGBTQ plus bigots are going, and they're fighting parents. They're fighting student protesters. They're fighting people who are like, yes, it's totally fine and okay to be gay and go to class and exist. That's okay. That's one side, and the other side, who you have associated yourself with, are like, you are all child predators and groomers, and we're here to stop the groomers. And then you respond to that. You add fuel to that fire by being like, they should stay away from little children. That's the real issue. Then all of a sudden, your buddy is accused of sexting and trying to meet up with a minor, using his fucking huge amounts of fame, position of authority, all that shit, and potentially losing everything that he had on Twitch and having to go to other fucking streaming services as a result. And it's like, hey, whoa, come on, innocent until proven guilty, really serious accusations. You know, all I'm saying is that let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
What are you talking about? As far as the leave the little kids alone stuff, this doesn't make it any further from the truth.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, leave little kids alone, unless you're my friend. And then we gotta wait and see. All right. Then you know, let's just wait until all the facts come out.
Leave little children out of your shit. Have a nice day. Yo.
Unless you're his buddy. Unless you're Dr. Disrespect. All right. Now, Drama Alert, which is, again, Keemstar, just the scum of the highest order, his fucking outlet doing... This is transphobia, by the way. He's being a transphobic piece of shit. That's not a call-out. That's him being a massive piece of shit, being a transphobe, being a bigot. It's that... If a white guy calls a black guy the N-word, that's not a call-out. It's not like, oh, whoa, called him out, bro. Whoa, huge call-out there. That was a call-out, you know? I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't do this because it's not as socially acceptable anymore, but if someone was calling a gay guy the F slur, you wouldn't be like, whoa, huge call out there, you know, Nickmercs called him out, called him the F slur, it was a call out, kind of shit like that, right? Oh, that was a call out right there, and that's what we saw. But anyways, he said, quote, you should be ashamed of yourself, leaving behind your wife and child to play pretend. Ava is literally always with her kid, doesn't even go on shoots to spend more time with him. Tuckman is always smiling, not sure why this rumor is a thing. And again, As you all know, I am not a fan of Mr. Beast. In fact, me and Mr. Beast have fought directly on the Twitters, and he has ratioed me effectively into the sun before on the Twitters again, and I am still at some point or another going to be releasing a Mr. Beast as a basically jigsaw of YouTube documentary. It's coming. But multiple things can be true at once. And yes, Mr. Beast is a very, very weird P.T. Barnum-esque. I'm going to continuously see how many forms of psychological torture I can get away with and use that as entertainment for you. That's still something that he does. And also, it's really awesome to see him consistently stand up, again, for Ava, and be a strong ally, not only to the trans community, but the broader LGBTQ plus community, and be a friend, as anyone should be, and really show the world that, yeah, you can be someone as massive as Mr. Beast, and at the same time, be like, what the fuck is wrong with all of you weird-ass bigots? It's weird that you keep trying to use this as some kind of a, like, this is the way that we're going to throw a wedge within the entire Mr. Beast community and you know, amongst them and all that kind of stuff. Giving Mr. Beast yet again a big win, I gotta say. And this is someone who does not like Mr. Beast, but you gotta call a win. And again, ratioing trauma alert for this. And yeah, it's gross that Nickmercs has gone down that road. Better have a legendary lawyer or bulletproof evidence. Holy moly.
Or bulletproof evidence. Requires more evidence and investigation. Yes, I understand this allegation comes from a former Twitch employee, but with nothing else to go.
It is funny that you just see all of the people on the internet who just day in, day out make money from calling queer folk groomers. That's all they fucking do. You're a groomer. This is a groomer. This product is a groomer. Bud Light grooms children. Fucking Fruit Loops grooms children. They, them, pronouns grooms children. Everything grooms children. Groomer, pedophile, pedo, groomer. And then it's like, hey, by the way, Dr. Disrespect is being called out by a former employee at a very high level who worked for Twitch at the time, saying that Dr. Disrespect was, in fact, sexting minors and trying to meet up with one of them. That's really bad, right? The thing that all of you pretend you care about all the time, that isn't this something that you should probably be like, holy shit, I can't believe I ever stood up for Dr. Disrespect in the past, or this is really bad. Now all of a sudden it's like, innocent until proven guilty. An accusation this severe requires more evidence and investigations. Yes, I understand. This allegation comes from a former Twitch employee. With nothing else to go off, though, we're still left in a he-say, she-say situation. I hope it's not true. Oh, I hope. Poor Dr. Disrespect. What's he gonna do besides, you know, enjoy his millions and millions of dollars from the empire that he's built?
For inappropriate employee, Connie code users across the picture of what I'm hearing. I'm not going to
Despite his denials, many in the industry have spoken out. Rob Breslow, one of the first journalists to break the news of the Docs ban, said, I didn't lie, though he added that Connors was a secondhand source. Journalist Nathan Grayson stated, without revealing anything else in order to protect sources, he had actually heard basically the same explanation multiple times. Like those before him, he clarified that his sources were secondhand. They were not in the room when it happened, nor could they provide documentation.
Share why Dr. Disrespect has been permanently banned in order to protect sources of the ban and the 2 years. So there's that. Now we've got this. This is almost 2 months ago. Yeah, Dr. Disrespect might.
Surely my would.
Dan, it's been a long time.
Please tell us.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's so long that the person involved is probably okay now.
My memory is really bad because this was like 2 years ago, and I was in Outpost buying a minicopter, and I remember someone saying Dr. Disrespect got banned from Twitch because he was messaging underage girls on Twitch.
Why he said that?
Wait, what?
That's not it.
We're about to learn all about the DMCA process now.
That's what I'm saying. What I heard in Rust.
Did he say that? Why did he say that?
He must have heard it.
Am I not allowed to say what I heard in Rust?
Dan, that's insane.
His crew on Rust is a wild.
If I'm the doc, I'm suing you right now.
I would actually sue you.
Well, I fought over 2 decade long.
This is a wild story. Comfortable with it currently. He was.
Rod says, for several hours now, I've been told from credible sources the reason Dr. Disrespect has been banned. However, due to the importance and sensitivity around the subject, I've refrained from going on it. I don't feel comfortable with it currently.
Dr. Disrespect was the face of Twitch, one of the largest streamers on the platform and one of the largest streamers just in general in the world. And out of nowhere, in 2020, he received a permanent ban with no elaboration from Twitch's side, nor his. Though he has been somewhat vocal about suing Twitch as a result of getting banned, but he's never explained what the ban was for in the first place. So it's always just been this mystery that's plagued the minds of scholars for the last 4 years. A mystery on par with Area 50.
Oh my god, it takes so long to get to the point here.
The entire streaming community. Like, first of all, I didn't even know people used the Twitch Whisper system. That in and of itself was a shock. Twitch Whispers is more archaic than AIM and more useless than flavored toilet paper. It hardly functions. It's a joke of a messaging service. But anyway, these are obviously massive allegations against Dr.
Oh shit. Dr. Disrespect's gaming studio, Midnight Society, has terminated their relationship with him. On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, aka, is it Bem? Guy Bem, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with him immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on the behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed along with our community of players. Asmongold. Whoopsie. But again, okay, but why would this company risk defamation by making a statement like this if they know this could be untrue? Would they, like, this is defamatory, isn't it? I can't wrap my head around why anyone would do something like this if it could not be true at the same time. It doesn't make sense. Like, the math. I mean, this is pretty damning. Like, at this point, bruh. Even Geeks and Gamers, by the way, was on better footing than Asmongold. Geeks and Gamers is just straight up like, yeah, we're gonna wait for more information, but, does not look great. Gotta say, not awesome, but we'll wait. Okay, well, hey, everybody, look at this. Turns out the very guy who may have accused Dr. Disrespect of this could have been doing it to sell concert tickets. That one's pretty bad. Yeah, this is really bad. Yeah, this could become a much bigger story than it currently is, obviously, because if it turns out, and this is, again, the amount of evidence that's piling up and rapidly at this point is quite damning, so not good. And in addition to this, is this a situation in which Twitch was aware of these potential illegal activities, and instead of contacting authorities, they tried to allow both parties simply to go about their way? We don't know. If anything, it is looking worse and worse for Dr. Disrespect. Making it seem they looked into it and determined it was true. Well, I mean, that is kind of what the statement is implying. Yes, heavily. So with the sentence, we assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved, and in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. Yes, it looks as if they looked into this, contacted the individuals in question, and were like, oh, fuck. That's what this sounds like. If I was to simply read this based on the words I see before me.
Whispers in the first place, I don't think anyone should be caught off guard by that. In the current day and age, everything you...
It also makes some of y'all streamers look bad when you pretend to not know these guys get stuff like this done for them a lot. Oh, not to mention just like the favoritism that exists within all of these sites. Like, I don't have a rep. I don't have a Twitch rep. I don't have a YouTube rep. Like, I don't have a person or contact that I get to message when something fucks up with Twitch, right? I have to do the same thing everyone else does. I email. I hope I get a response. I wait a couple days. They either say yes or no benevolently. You have been justifiably banned. You have not been justifiably banned. And boom, you're back or you're not. And then wait until this X amount of days goes by, and then that's all there is to it. There's people, though, who are like, they're big enough at both either Twitch or YouTube where they have representatives. They have people that they can just talk to, like, holy shit, man, this is really bad. A lot of people are saying that, like, I allegedly, you know, did this really bad thing, and then they would have people who would respond to them. It's like, Dr. Disrespect, it's not that it's alleged. Like, you know, we have access to your private communications. If you were using the Twitch system for anything illegal, we would be able to read it, and then at which point it'd be like, oh shit, you know, something to that effect. But yeah, the bigger you are, the more these companies protect you. Look at Steven Crowder. How long has Steven Crowder been able to get away and break and violate every terms of service rule he can possibly get his hands on and do it over and over again? It's like, okay, yeah, fair warning. I guess maybe, you know, that, like, you know, the shirts about figs is offensive. Fine. I won't put that on my store anymore. Fine. Okay, fine. Maybe all the slurs. I understand. Another warning. Fine. You know, I get it. Okay, yeah, Alex Jones was banned. Putting him in this transphobic sexual assault sketch was really yikesy and not funny and cringe. And okay, fine. But, and okay, fine. I agree that maybe me saying that the election was stolen or pushing anti-vax information or all this kind of stuff is against your terms of service and it's just spreading misinformation. Thanks for another warning, another pat on the back. I appreciate it. Good. Let's keep going. Yeah, all right. And then it just keeps on going. The higher up people are, the more they can get away with this kind of fucked up shit. But again, ultimately, he was kicked off for something, Dr. Disrespect. And if it was for this, then yeah, if it is true, and I mean, I can't think of something more damning than what just occurred, which is the very game studio he founded, investigated it, and decided after their investigation they have to now terminate their relationship with them, with Dr. Disrespect. That's real bad. That's really, really bad. Yeah.
Send through any service can easily be accessed by that service and is most likely being accessed by that service. All of your data is constantly being harvested and sold. Like, I thought everyone knew that by this point. So in this case, Twitch having access to the whispers and reading them and then taking action from them isn't like an unheard of concept at all. It's just a matter of not that's the reality of what happened, if this is a true claim or not. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to go over where everything's at right now. It's kind of just a complete mess. So I guess we'll see as the story develops. That's really about it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess. Sure. That's one way of putting it. It seems, by the way, that like it really sucks because the amount of leeway that is granted to someone like a Dr. Disrespect, the fact that he can have people like Nickmercs or people like Asmongold, these massive, huge streamers with big platforms, hear all of this fucked up shit about him and then come forward and be like, well, I mean, you know, innocent until proven guilty. We need to see more information. I want to wait until stuff like that comes out. Well, at the same time, like someone like Nickmercs is known for just like flagrantly accusing LGBTQ plus people of being groomers and pedophiles. They should stay away from little children. You know, they should keep away from little kids. It's like, hey, your buddy who like literally deleted Call of Duty in solidarity with you when you got kicked off of the Call of Duty skins downloads. Yeah, that guy, he may have been a child predator the whole time. That may be the reason why he lost one of the most lucrative deals in streaming history. Anything you want to say about that? Oh, well, hold on. Gotta go outside first, take off my shirt in the pouring rain. Okay, yeah, like I heard it, man. This is some serious shit, bro. Some serious shit. Gotta say, really fucked up. But at the end of the day, you know, like we have to wait. We gotta wait and find out. We gotta wait, like innocent until proven guilty. And so let's see what comes from this. Well, okay, fine. Some days have passed by, and the game studio that Dr. Disrespect founded just investigated it and decided they have to terminate their relationship with him after investigating this entire ordeal. That's pretty bad, right? That's kind of maybe you would want to start condemning, calling out, or being like, holy fuck, I had no idea. Is this guy a massive ass pedophile?
Howdy, everybody. I just wanted to let you know that for the cost of a cup of coffee, you can unlock bonus uncensored episodes of Mind Explosions by going to patreon.com/theserfs. Our videos couldn't exist without your support, and all our content is released early to our Patreon subscribers, as well as a ton of extra content you can't get anywhere else. Please like, subscribe, and thumbs up this channel, and if you're feeling extra perky, share it anywhere you think people would like to see or learn from our videos. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We first want to give a shout out to everyone who makes this show possible. This program is produced thanks to the generous support of our Patreon supporters: Anna Loves Riley, Arian McCarthy, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Hagbar Celine, Jimmy Sombrero, Multimondi, Omni, Peanut Butter Blondie, Political Poppy, Preston Kroll, Quite 185, Richard Bomey, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Ruby, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demmel, Travis McClinton, and Words Greenwood. As well as every other person you see on the screen right now, this show would not be possible without them. And if you want to join these wonderful people who make this entire program possible, simply go to patreon.com/theserfs and you can unlock uncensored and bonus episodes and, you know, help us exist.